Gentlemen in the mix.
Hey, traders, welcome to the stream. Can y'all hear me? Make sure you can. Tech got wrecked today. Tesla was down bad. All right, audio's good. And just starting the stream like we do, Bitcoin over the weekend, nothing. 3 days of nothing. After that, failed breakout attempt where it was happening on the 23rd, and then it wasn't. That's okay. Not really a big deal. Buyers trying to defend this 30,000 level. Not much of anything, or it is like a level from history 2 times. Okay, January 11th, 2021, and May 19th, 2021, and kind of like June 27th, 2021, it's been a support. So buyers are trying to defend that and regard it as support for the first time since it broke out. Just go ahead and give me a, think you're about, you know what I'm about to say, right? What do we want to see tomorrow? For what pattern? Give me some Rising 3 methods action. That'd be wonderful. Close like this and then engulf insanely tomorrow. Let it be legendary. So 3 days, not much going on. And it all happened after the wedge breakout, uptrending. You did make a slightly higher high, but not by much. You really don't want to like top out here, right? Confirm a top, add a resistance, yikes. First time no one knows, second time everyone knows. That's why it's important to break it, for real. Pretty much, I mean, that's how it went. Quiet weekend for most altcoins except Bitcoin Cash. Here is Ethereum that, remember, it broke out of the wedge on the 21st, but no back test yet. And today working on, you know, an engulfing candle of sorts after just 4 days of not being able to take out the high from late May. You might get a back test, but everything's fine, man. And, you know, if you want the most actionable trade ever, you would always want some sort of second test off a demand line. That'll be just similar to what we saw in November and December 2022. It wasn't there yet. I'm just saying, right? There are some stocks that have shown some brilliant double bottoms off demand lines of channels, right? So, and that's just what you're looking for. It's not about what's coming next. It's just about what exists at that time. Is it actionable or not? Not really actionable at this current time. Down 2.35%. Not the worst, not the best on Ethereum. Yesterday was Bitcoin's highest weekly candle close since May of last year. Let's just look at it real quick since I was just hanging with the family yesterday. Here it is. Highest close since May 9th, 2022. Highest close of 2023, which is awesome. Just looking at it. Wow, nice. And then Ethereum, back to that. Look at the weekly, and not the same, right? We understand not the same because Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin's outperforming like crazy right now. Still, you got to get above 2043. There's just nothing really that endearing about Ethereum in terms of breaking key levels right now. It's just not there yet. You're so close though. Look how close you are. You know, above 2043, I feel like 2400 to 3340 are your targets. Easy. That's the zone up there. It still hadn't been hit, so just got to get some more bids on Bitcoin. Everything will work out. Let's look at BNB. Start on the weekly, whatever. Awful, dude. No bids, right? We just talked about Bitcoin making its highest weekly candle close in over a year, and then we go to the Binance chart, and it's just not the same. No one's buying at the 200-week moving average, really. No one's buying at this support. Though you're above them both, still okay. No one's going to say you're not. I'm just normally this is an area where some real bids come in, right? 200-week moving average. Do we need to go into Bitcoin? Like, okay, bids need to come in, getting back above it. And then the 200-week moving average. Bids need to really come in, breaking back above the 200, you know. No bids, man. It's ugly. Only down 1% today, but that's how close you are to death. You don't want to be near 225 very long. All right. I guess we look at the daily too, whatever. That's just not the price action you want to see. Don't tell me it's like EOS where you're bear flagging at support. Brutal context. Oh man, don't tell me that's actually real. My God, I think I'm allergic to Binance coin. Or its poor performance. That's really ugly. There's nothing saying anything bullish on the offset. In fact, the only thing that exists or is beginning to exist is what, chat? You tell me today. You tell me what the histogram's saying on Binance Coin right now on the daily.
If your focus is on the surface,
Tell me. Or else.
you will have a miserable life.
Oh my God, I think I'm going to sneeze again.
Yes.
I need to, but I can't. All right, I guess I won't. Oh man, that's rough. Yeah, thanks Samuel and Lee Kinos and then no one else. No thanks to anyone else. Okay. Yeah, maybe definitely look a high on price with this level of momentum, and then an unbelievably terrible lower high with higher levels on histogram. That's garbage. And you want to add insult to injury here? Yeah. In the bearish control zone, all of it. You hit your like lowest RSI since 2018, 2019, and then just reset. All right, so this just like, okay, what happens a lot of times after stuff like this is this. And then you get divergence on at much lower prices. And then, yeah, then a rally can ensue. A more significant rally, whatever. So far, so bad. So far, so bad. Remember, this was a trade setup target for shorts to cover. So people who were shorting at the entry area around the world, they've been layering out their short, covering, and CZ and the Binance gang have been buying at the same time. Therefore, yeah, of course a level would be defended for a little bit, but this is not defense. This is bearish consolidation out of support. It's awful. Context, all bearish. Okay, good luck. Let's go to XRP, down 2%. Yeah, can't do it, man. Can't. Oh, God. This is real bad, man. Like, new data. Always new data, right? It's like, wow. Failure to break out one way. Failure to break out twice. Wow. 2 different levels. Double failure. Garbage. Hidden bullish evidence. Not playing out. I don't know, man. Not really great. 2 failed attempts. 2 different levels. Not impressive. In fact, I mean, like based on historical price action, you might be setting up for 43 to 40 cents from here. If this really, if this data we're identifying is real, where it's like, oh, failure again, up thrust, back test of up thrust of 50 cents. All right, yeah, to be 43 to 40 cents. Lame, real lame. Yep. Okay, not really good weekly here. I mean, yeah, you see the 200-week moving average. Remember, we're talking about Bitcoin's above it, Ethereum's above it, XRP is not above it. It's trying. Good God, it can't do. It just can't do it. Last week was 2 weeks ago was a failed breakout. 3 weeks ago was a hanging man reversal. 2 weeks ago was the failed breakout confirmed back below with a close. And then last week was the bearish back test of what should have been support resistance is resistance again. Still fine, you know, still making higher lows. No one's saying it's not. It's just, what are you waiting for? We're waiting for the bids. Klaus Schwab, just maybe not ready yet. That level's so important, man. June 2019. All right, whatever. XRP weekly. Oh my God, I gotta sneeze, but I can't. Okay, all right. Well, here's total. Remember total?
I like turtles.
Not today, Junior. Yeah, total just range bound, clearly. Making higher lows, but not higher highs yet. You'd figure we'd at least see like, 1.2. We haven't. All right. Range bound. You're at the top of the range. That's it. Could be wide gap accumulation, but I just don't know how, man. I don't know like who in the world wants to buy altcoins, like, most altcoins. I'm not talking like ones that are technically okay for a swing trade or something. They're out there, right? And I'm talking about all of the market, right? That would make this go to 1.7. It would be like only because of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a couple others, right? All right, so let's look at the winner today. You know who it is. It's the Bitcoin Cash. It can't be stopped. Last week, highest volume since May of 2021. Just wild, man. You know, you got like a breakout, an ongoing breakout attempt today. Look at Bitcoin Cash down here. Look at this daily candle. Look at this massive engulfing. In 40 minutes, it will be the highest daily candle close on Bitcoin Cash since May 10th of 2022. As you can see, this level that is so real. I mean, a swing low from 2017, multitude of times 2019 and 2020. It's just there, and you know it, right? That's been broken. And you can see price action above 205 to 220, normally $300. So, yeah, something's going on with this one. So it's like, why is that not having a Litecoin yet or any others? I don't know, man. I went out there buying a lot of this. Just buyers defending this crazy level from 2019. One last time, and then just in days, up over 100%. Getting hot down here, man. Down here in Miami, it's crazy. So that, I mean, that's it. Everything else. Dash is up 3% today. Wow, man. Wow. Okay. No, it doesn't warrant really any. I mean, just again, a swing trader has variables he looks for at certain levels. This just didn't have them, but it's rallying and it's up 3% today, and nothing else is up 3% today besides Bitcoin Cash. The next best performer you would really see is Tron up 0.74%, ETC about the same. And that's it, man. Everything else is down today. Yep, everything else. I got Lin down 8%, GRT down 6%, SNX same. Yeah, just like whatever, man. That's the crypto market. Oh, Cardano, let's look at it. Big wet fart, like just who cares? Like a profit taking level for a short, okay. The profit taking's been had. Here you go. You catch any follow through, you got that same hidden bearish divergence development here. God. The high, the lower high, the higher levels on the histogram. Garbage. Getting out, resetting the oscillator. And you're in the bearish control zone, 38.69. Just awful. Bearish engulfing candle confirmed in 38 minutes. Is the trend your friend? Mother of God, it is not. The trend is not your friend. It is bearish. So the hopium of this, hey, I hope it plays out, but terrible trend. Yeah, there's just not much opportunity for longs in the S-Coin market. There's just not. I just don't care. If there are, it'd be because of a casino coin flip. It wouldn't have been because of technical analysis being respected. That's okay. Good thing there are more than one market for us to trade on. Which again didn't do too well today, at least the drivers, the sector, I guess the market driving sectors didn't do well today. Here it is, S&P at the close today, lowest price, and coming for a back test. By the looks of it, gap filled. Yeah, this is you flip the coin up here, but the good news is, I guess, like, it wasn't quite the S&P, but it definitely was couple other index funds that were showing dark cloud covers, right? So there's support at 4,200 to 4,300. It's the zone of inflection. It looks like you're headed there. We had identified the bearish divergence, at least on the MACD. That's it, pulling back. Oh, God, this camera, man. I don't know. I just can't tell you why it fails like that. This is like my better one, too. It's such a joke. God. Barbecue O-face? What the is that? Yeah, here you go, man. Just you can't feel great. I just don't care yet. I mean, it's just making the same highs. Same highs does not warrant trend reversal. Doesn't warrant any sort of celebration that the buyers are in control and everything's good. It's just not. And man, to stare into the face of this on the oscillator is just not good. You can't find solace on the chart, on the Dow Jones. First level of negative momentum since the beginning of June. Not great. Not really great. Nasdaq Composite, gross, down 1.16%. Well, again, in between two levels, so coin flip, 13K or 14.1. Looks like you're coming for a formal back test of 13K or a test. Test is the key word here. Tests fail, they succeed. Buyers are gonna have to defend it if you want a successful back test. So I mean, that'd be a target anyway, no matter what. Like, it's not been back tested. And normally, participants love that. So, Rob.
Dollar coin had a good than nothing burger day today, but does its 5-day chart look interesting to you as well? Spring backtest of springish? 0.00956335 ETH.
Rob, we'll look. Thanks for the 1776. Appreciate it, man. We'll look at Coinbase, then range bound. Yeah. So NASDAQ 13K target, unless a pivot happens and you go to 14,171 first. Again, like, no action to take on something like this. And the Russell 2000 ETF. Whacked out day. Man, I don't even know what to tell you about this price action. Psycho. Up 0.1%. And that's the, that's where the performance was today. The lesser thans. You can't call this like really great. Yes, though, buyers have defended 170. They are still miserably unable to break above 188. And then that wouldn't even matter. You'd still need to break 200 for a real breakout. It's just more like some sort of contraction, and it's very neutral, unfortunately. But you got to give the trend's still down. It's a no trend right now, but before that it was a downtrend. So everything's fine until you fall below 173. I know it sucks. Just like whatever. Look at these index funds. Good God. Here's Apple. Bearish engulfing candle. Who cares, dude? It's like whatever. Just a nothing burger. Red candle. Guess what happened intraday though? All-time highs again. Yeah, briefly. Just so extended. Just non-stop. Broken. Who knows? Who knows when it'll pull back for real? When you'll actually get a wave down. You haven't gotten a true wave down since the last wave. At the beginning of the year, it's just not had a wave down. Meaningful pullback. So there you go. Just looking at it, down 0.76%. It's down 0.76%. Look what happened in the index funds. Whoa. Microsoft wasn't down it was down a little bit more than Apple, but yeah. Hits all-time highs. What happens? The dark cloud cover reversal. What a beautiful, right? Japanese candlestick pattern develops at a key inflection point. I don't know. Previous all-time highs seems like a pretty critical inflection point to me. That's what happened. And then you caught follow through and it's going. That's beautiful. And at the same time, quadruple bearish divergence. So that's a really nice combination of variables that can, I would think, give you a somewhat higher probability of it going down than continuing up next. So really nice to see all these things, the variables converged, and it's playing out to some degree. It may perform like trash, but for now, nice. Lowest daily candle close since June 9th. I mean, it's really not a big deal yet, but this is how it can start. And it was nice. It's like, hey, you see dark cloud, say you were long, right? You don't have to short it. Good God, right? It's tech. It's been on a tear, killing every short in sight, right? But if someone was long, they could have identified, well, man, you're really testing your luck here, right? On this long extended rally, and then you identify all those variables at the same time. Might be a good time to just take some profit, right? Exit a little bit, layer out some. My God. If not, then where? That's how you can use traditional technical analysis to just help preserve some capital or some gains you made, right? Even though that's a great take profit, period. At that level, you don't even need the you just know that, yep, previous all-time high might be a profit-taking level. Wow. Crazy. It's Tom Crow. What's up, dude? Hate up bad. Tech REKT. You misspelled tech, dude. You spelled it like allergy.
Technology. What is that all about? Is it good or is it whack?
It was whack today with dark cloud cover. Dark cloud cover, June 16th. Where? At a key inflection point, an undeniable inflection point from August 2021, February 2022, March 2022. Right there it was. I just showed you. It's not my opinion. It's just real life. There. Okay. Some bearish divergence on the MACD histogram. All right. Nice follow through. If you want to, I would think the most reasonable target for the Qs, NASDAQ 100, $342, 338 for a back test. It's never happened. Why not back test? The old all-time high from February 2021, April 2021, a back test, confirm it as support, then run again. And then you get closer to oversold territory and the uptrend, that as well. It is whack. It was whack today. Continuing to just look at the big ones, right? Amazon. Well, it was down 1.55%, but it's up 0.64% after hours, so no big deal. Like nothing burger. That first target of the trade setup's 135.79. Just waiting. I'm so close. Maybe diverging, but yeah. Normally in divergence, you want to see like an actual wave down, like a 382 pullback of sorts. This is just the same wave, man. You'd have to get like the 4 hour to really find it. So okay, so it's just so cool, man. Like how you had the identification of dark cloud cover last week, and look at the follow through. Just like the inverse of the dark cloud cover is the piercing line. Same strategy, at least taking profit or going short or whatever. Going long on a piercing line at a key inflection point. That's your trigger. That's the signal, the buying signal. It's magic, man. It really is. Google reversing at that 618, it just can't do it, man. Remember, this was the second target of the trade setup. Yeah, someone be like head and shoulders. Yeah, on a less significant time scale, certainly. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. You got the 4 hour. It's the Jesus, dude, right? It's just so amazing. Oh, God, that's pretty, isn't it? I don't know how well it's going to perform, but you got a neckline right there that was broken. You want me to paint it for you? We will. Okay. Hold on, dude. Just sometimes the music, it can't all be good, right? I've got an eye for terrible music. Well, I've got an ear for just garbage music that would kill the vibe. I'm not good at anything else, though. Just hearing if something sucks. That's like my key attribute as a human being. Okay. All right, that's beautiful. But isn't it cool, though? I mean, like, that was the 618. That was take profit target number 2. So at an area, that is where longs take profit, a bearish reversal pattern develops. It's magic, man. It's just so awesome. It was the top of the golden zone, and it looked like it was struggling, man. It was like, what is going on? You can't. So there was one more target, but only the second. And so you pull back, and you'll probably end up making a higher low somewhere and then rally again later. It's not our job to be looking for when something's going to pivot and reverse. It's just not. Especially after a trade's been successful and it's pulling back for a retrace before it pivots, rallies, and goes higher later. So that's super sexy right there. Nice. So Google, Apple, Amazon. All right, we looked at the big four. Let's look at Nvidia. Well, Tesla, because Elon's on the thumbnail. Nice one, Shayla. Down after hours. Yikes. So same type of like, I don't know. It's not really that discernible on the 4 hour. You probably have to go the 60-minute to see it on here. But that kind of Momo shift. I don't know. I wouldn't count it as that. It's just whatever. There's a gap to fill. Easy target 235. And then a back test of 205. I mean, come on. That was not back tested. That was just broken through like nothing. Pull back, fill some gaps. Whatever. Like if anything, you'd think it'd probably at least hit a 786. But it's a 50% on V. So you would think it would go to the 886. You'd think you would see 886 eventually. You pivot somewhere and rally later to see 289 to 300. Because it's the bearish bat pattern, potentially. Scott Carney's down on some paradise island right now, playing craps with NFL players. Imagine that, living in Miami in a paradise and going to another paradise. That is paradiseception. It's wonderful, man. Okay, that's it. That's Tesla. So spectacular. Not today. First level of negative momentum since May 4th. And back below the bullish control zone threshold at 56 in the RSI. Okay. Now let's go to Nvidia. The one to rule the world. Also pulling back, right? Near that 1414. It's no big deal though. I mean, there's a gap that hasn't filled yet at 394. I don't, based on this volume and this price action, I don't know if this gap's filling anytime soon. This could be a signature breakaway gap. Even if it does something like this, I've seen it where these assets will come down, they'll get close to fill, and then they just continue on. Nvidia, if it was going to be any stock, it would probably be Nvidia. But yeah, like up here, you can see like there's definitely was some bearish divergence. Look, it's still here. It really hasn't played out. This might have been the first candle of it. But look, you can see high and a higher high, lower levels. But it's extremely well developed on like the 12-hour and maybe even the 4-hour. About the same on the 12-hour. But the 4-hour, yeah, it's extremely well developed on the 4-hour. Wow. But just pay it. So we know that it is there, but let us see its performance, because if this is a true breakaway gap and this performance is going to be garbage and it's going to pivot and it's going to melt face again and squeeze some shorts. Yeah. So if the 4-hour and the daily are respected, 12-hour respected, then you get it. You get some more downside on Nvidia, but this is a tough one, man.
Greetings, Mitch. Hope you are doing well today. Let's see Paul Allen's Harry Potter Obama Sonic Danny New. The 4-hour had some nice TA. I saw some Wyckoff and partial decline play out. The shark played out. Buyers are putting in a higher low. Thank you, brother.
Hey, Anon, thanks for the 15, man. Yeah, we'll look at Harry Potter, Barack Obama, Shiba, Sonic the Hedgehog coin. Thank you, dude. We'll look at it. We will look. All right, so let's look at maybe, before we get into the requests and stuff, and we'll look gold and all that, but man, Boston Properties up 10%. This is commercial real estate. Man. What was that? That was the highest daily candle close on Boston Properties since March 10th. All happening near a level that it was like a 99% retrace from a key ice line from 2010, 2009. God, that was the one. That's the level where, yeah, if you're going to take a shot, that's it. $43, $45. You just never got there. And the trend's garbage, man, right? You are fighting the tide, fighting the trend, being bullish on this, but certainly some sort of like local breakout where you can see this level was clearly regarded over time and then just broken with the close. Yep. Big day today. The VIX pump today up 14%. Oh, container store too. Wow, dude, let's go. 7.56%. It's unbelievable, isn't it? The most unbelievable thing ever was the fact that it went to fill a gap from May of 2020, and that is exactly where it pivoted and rallied off of that. So one of your best performers, still below. If you see TCS get above 350, 380, then you're talking about doubling in price. There's just not much any price action until $8. So just an interesting looking chart here, but good. Good to see something being up today. But there were some others like Caesar Entertainment up 3.5%. It's just it's like the IWM. It's really tough here. Like, you know, you're at these magic areas for some price action and a common retrace, like many others, but it's so neutral. It's like higher lows but lower highs. You are just straight up neutral. Because if like the macro starts rolling over this neutral stuff, it's going to just roll over and see $32 again. It's hard to say. Then you just switch it and you go to like, okay, here's a great example. Potentially, it's not done yet, but a great example we were talking about at the beginning of the stream with Ethereum. Like, always like to see a second test locally at a demand line. And Hess is the great example of that, where it just did that. One low, then the second low. And it's still holding, right? You're below that 200-day moving average, but barely. This is a really interesting chart. Very, very interesting here. I get it. There was like a head and shoulders maybe, but the trend is your friend. The trend is stupid until it's not. The trend is stupidly bullish. Only higher highs, higher lows, right? And all energy really today had a good one, you know, like Halliburton. Dang, man, it's the dragon. The higher low, I mean, no higher highs though. No, even Target had a good day. Come on, man. I thought Target was going to do it. Buyers are defending 130. They really are. Understand, buyers are defending a key level from 2019. Could be a basement. There's no edge though. There's no bullish divergence or anything, but wow, you know what's real life? You know what really happened? A spring back test of spring. And it was just confirmed with follow through today. I get it. You know, emotionally, you would want nothing to do with this because of what they're doing and stuff. But technically, that is happening. And you can't argue. It is happening. The levels and the price action dictate what's happening, not me and my opinions on Target. All right, pay attention. It's very interesting here. Now, below 130, death. It's over. You're done. $90. But above it, we'll see. Yep, energy was the winner today. Utilities. Hey, mRNA, cut some bids on it, but just maybe a little too late. You know, it's like, come on, man, you're about to be dead. Everything's there. You're just exceeding the pattern completion zone by a lot. I mean, it's more like a 99% retrace. But look, not out yet, but you're about to be. Any lower and you're done. Which I would not be surprised, right? It's like a right angle, massive right angled ascending broadening formation bearish continuation pattern. So yeah, this is the level where it's make or break. I mean, you're so well developed in your structure over all this time. I mean, like it breaking down here, catching resolution soon. Yeah, I'm not gonna be too surprised. Remember, they scammed the world. They all did. All the big pharma scammed the world, made trillions of dollars for real. And now they own the media. They own it all, man. They have so much money that they straight up own the world in a lot of ways. Yeah, so screw these guys fundamentally, like Target, screw them. But it's just not about that here. It's just about the levels. All right, let's least our airplanes are still doing it, right? That was one thing that was great. This is like Google Junior, American Airlines, recovering some today. You're thinking 19 bucks eventually. But cruise lines got hit today, didn't do well. And Delta, similar, just wonderful. Today was the highest price since May of last year. 52-week highs today. And the highest daily candle close in over a year. And at the level, right, at a big one. At a massive inflection point, 43.66. You break that, there's just not much there till $51. But my God, man.
Dollar Sun, wedge setup did a 78.6% retracement from COVID low till now. Take a look. Thanks Mitch. Weekly potential double bottoming.
Professor Noted All. Thank you, dude, for the $15. Just contribution. Thank you, dude. Yep. We will. We'll take a gander. Yeah. So there's stuff going on here, and Baba. I know, man. It's brutal. It's. Can it do it? I don't know, man. I don't know if they're gonna let it. Everything was there. The stage is set, and it's not really dead yet. I mean, I don't think it's really dead. You fall below 78 bucks, you are done. The good news, I guess, right, is the CEO stepped down. That's what happened June 20th, less than a week ago. CEO stepped down. The bad news is the sellers have pushed the price back below the level of all levels. This is like if there was a book written on Baba, it would be all about $85 to $87. And that's the problem. You broke it last week. Today, what was once resistance support is now resistance confirmed. And you closed below that level. And after hours, down 0.43%. That's just, the price action is pretty abysmal. That sucks. But the structure's still valid. You're not dead yet. I know, even though you're pretty much a fruit fly that's already been swatted. You're a swatted fruit fly. That structure's gorgeous. That's one of the most beautiful looking structures in all the markets right now. But it's not it's a potential structure, right? Until it breaks out, it's not even a inverse head and shoulders yet. It's just sad. Bro, this is a massive pattern. How many days? Like 400 plus days. Yeah, 472-day large structure, momentum shifting structure, and no one wants to buy this crap. It's just crazy. It's criminal. It's like the communist Chinese hate Jack Ma. They do not want this thing to succeed. I don't know. Don't know what to tell you when something's so beautiful but can't catch bids. It's really sad. All right, so let me just knock out gold real quick. We got like obligatory golds. Look, just continuing to, meander on down slowly, not violently. Again, everything's good. If you wanted a common retrace, you got it between 1787 and 1840. No movement below 1928 is disappointing. Because that's the old all-time high from 2011. So you are below that right now. Barely. Actually, you know what? To be perfectly accurate right here, you're right now you're above it by $2. I have 28 at 1928 for what reason? It's something more local. It's like from 2020. I don't want to confuse people. Make this yellow. So currently, as it stands now, just barely above that level. You're at it. Okay. Unfortunately, the way it's set up right now, there's no edge, right? If anything, there was an edge, and it was for sellers, right? They completed a harmonic pattern, the shark, with bearish divergence at the pattern completion zone, and that 1, 2, 3 local price act. Okay, it's being respected. It's good. I just don't know how deep the retrace is going to be. Common one for a bullish 5-0 would be down here, 1787, 1840. Okay, that's it. Just want to look at that. Silver also down. Yep, I mean, that's bad. I mean, it was nice, and then now when you're below $23, $22.91, you don't know, you're testing the 200-day moving average, but look, I'd feel a lot better about silver above that level. There's so many. The problem with silver and platinum, there's just so much historical data that it's reversed so many levels in history. Momentum shifting stuff's still there, right? The low, the lowest low, then the higher low. Probably just put another higher low and you'll be good. Yep, can't break the supply line here. Yeah, it's kind of meh. But remember, if you look at the monthly, none of that matters. If you look at the monthly, there's nothing to worry about. If you look at the monthly,
You worry too much. Everything is beautiful. There's nothing to worry about.
exactly. Thank you. The breakout happened a few months ago. The breakout from 2008, that inflection point, broken and back tested with an engulfing candle and a 200-day moving average regarded as support. Everything's good. The problem is you just got two levels of inflection that are being very well respected on the bottom and the top. So that's just tough, man. Look at natural gas monthly and tell me this isn't some work of art. What, I mean, dude, 3 days, 22 hours until a bullish engulfing candle at a key inflection point is confirmed, and I'm not even kidding. Look at this, man. 2001, right? 2012. That's it, man. So the monthly is ungodly. Hidden bullish divergence arguments developing on natural gas at where you want to see this stuff develop. But then you scale in and you see how absolutely incredible it is, right? With the double bottom, potential double bottom with the three rising valleys, the classic accumulation on the second bottom. It's a work of art. Natural gas today had its highest close since March 3rd. TA being respected, a breakout happening. It's unfolding, a breakout. You kind of get it? Oh, wow, the TA was so well respected up here. Dark cloud cover at a key inflection point, massive reversal level from 2008 or whatever. And then the head and shoulders, and then the head and shoulders plays out, and then another head and shoulders, and then it plays out again. And now everything's reversing, everything's changing, everything's good now, bullish looking. So let's see if the TA is respected again on natural gas. Because all it does is respect the TA. That's all it does, man. That's all it can do. Started with the dragon back in 2020, the spring back test, the spring, the rally, and then neutral consolidation, but higher lows. Holding that 200-day moving average, a huge rally, hitting resistance and reversing after a couple tests and failures, but then classic accumulation comes around in a level from history. Spring back tested a couple times, and it runs, and then it was done, right? So pay attention, wake up. Natural gas respects the TA, like all the time. At the bottom of or top of waves, massive runs. Like what I'm saying is like, when the run's in, whether they're down or up, some sort of structural development occurs at a level from history, and it actually reverses there, up and down. Get over it. Wake up. Oh, but dude, can you look at like Pundicoin, man?
Bow to your sensei. Bow to your sensei!
All right, let's look at Pundicoin or whatever it was. Hold on. It was coin first. All right.
Gentlemen, in the mix.
Oh yeah, it was doing it. Then it wasn't. I mean, it's brilliant. It literally is a brilliant chart. I mean, this is like, yeah, someone could go long and invest, position trade. Yeah, the price action's there. Okay, I understand it's kind of tough because, wow, man. But look, you have a spring back test of spring and confirmation of the spring back test. Like, I don't care. It doesn't have to say coin. It could say natural gas. It could say Bitcoin. It could say Google, Amazon, Alibaba. It doesn't matter what it says. The structure is all that matters. And guess what? Confirmation of spring back test. This is it. Someone goes long and they take profit after the markup phase. I mean, you could probably double in price from here if this is truly real. If this is an actual real spring back test, and normally the second low, not first time. I don't know. Maybe that was it. Second time. This is definitely good looking. I don't care what chart it is. That's not how it works. My opinion is based on data on charts, and I just identifying key events on those charts. This is brilliant. Target minimum $83. So you may not break that. Buyers may not break that by the time it gets there. But I'll just tell you, about 33% upside from here, and it's a no-brainer. Easy stop loss somewhere below 48 bucks, which would sting. I know. I mean, that's a massive loss. I'm just telling you, there could be insane upside potential. You can look at this inverse head and shoulders maybe, but my issue with an inverse head and shoulders, the neckline's too whacked out, right? I mean, you would probably, if you were gonna talk about an inverse head and shoulder, you would just say like the neckline's like 83.50, because that's the range top, that's the breakout point, that's what price action will go nuts above that level, like it did even in August. Yeah, this is brilliant. You go to the weekly, it probably is inverse head and shoulders looking a. Yeah, there. Oh my God, we had two bought. Now it's done. It's just people would just own this and forget about it. Yeah, just let it ride. There's no telling where this is going, chat, in a positive way, not a bad way. The bad is done. We're done with the bad. The good is upon us. Wow, I'm glad you requested that, man. Good job, dude. Very good. Wow, man. This is something, it's like Bamba, right? 98% of the time, you'll go to a chart, any given chart, like any given Sunday, any given chart, 98, 99% of the time, the chart will not be showing us something that is actionable, low risk, great indicators that have just developed. But then you go to coin, and it's in the 1%. Right now, at this current time, it will eventually become not like that. So right now, like you're here. These are the areas where someone could strategize an entry for a position trade, which means a position meaning like you're long on something for possibly 3 to 6 months. But remember, we're looking at the weekly chart, and this is such a significant structure. It's just doing all the really good stuff. That's all I can say. Not sure what happened today. It's up 0.42% after hours. Dang, man. I might take a small wager on coin. Wow. All right. I'm intrigued. Let's go to Harry Potter Obama Sonic coin. We're looking at coin, right? We're looking at this insane structure on the traditional market, and then we go to Harry Potter. That is just kind of a joke. Not kind of. Literally the entire day yesterday, given all back. By the way, real quick, all right? A big, massive shout out to G-Dog, the Hype King. Thank you so much for re-upping for the 6th month in Citadel, supporting this channel. Boo Boo Doo Doo, thank you so much for the 2 months, man. Thank you for re-upping. Really appreciate that. Oracle of Mazambe, thank you so much for the 1st month. Thank you, dude. Yeah, 100% crowdsourced stream, dude. So it's like, hey, if you want this to continue, I'm not going to sell out. I'm not going to accept money from some scam and then present it to you and then then 6 months later, you listen to me and I got paid by them, and then they go out of business or scam you and take your money. I'm not doing that. I'll just quit. There is no, I'm gonna be crowdsourced, or I'm gonna be not crowdsourced and accept money from an entity and push it. I'm just not doing that, okay? So, guess what? Your Harry Potter coin's down 30% today. Get wrecked. Did it hit the 886 though? My God, it was close. Watch the stream from before that pump, right? It did hit the 886. So Jesus, it's just a small, short-term Jesus chime. We'll give it that. 886. You remember, I think it was probably you, Anon, that requested this before it hit the 886. Remember, it was like the XABCD. Who cares? What were you asking about though? 4 hour had nice TA. Yeah, that's incredible TA right there, isn't it? Some very nice bearish divergence on the second high locally. Remember the pullback, then the second high. Wyckoff partial decline play out. Didn't know partial decline was actually a Wyckoffian term. I have to read up on that. Reading it, I thought I'd remember that if it was. Partial decline's like Bulkowski stuff. Sharp played out, that's right. Buyers putting in a higher low, maybe. I don't think there's enough time that's gone by. But there we go, we got a new day. So let's get some real Jesus chimes up in here. It's a new day, Chad. We did it, man. Look on this, but all right. Yeah, that's some TA respect, isn't it? Dude, 886, M-shape completing and reversing with bearish divergence. Nice. Other than that, I don't know what to tell you. It's like, whatever. No idea how this performed, dude. Okay, it's a joke. As long as it makes a higher low than your low from June 21st, anywhere, you can come down to the 200 moving average and still be fine. I mean, your cutoff for real is probably below 486 to 340. Everything, any pivot above that is probably going to be really good. I mean, so far, it's doing okay. It's been uptrending. Okay, Sun W for Professor Know-It-All. Last request, right? We don't get many requests these days. We don't get anything these days. It's kind of like the sun is setting. There's not much I can really do. Well, I've tried things, and it actually blew up in my face. So, yeah, so much for trying things. New. Oh, God. Sun W now, man. The buyers couldn't defend 189. Below the 200, they couldn't defend the 200 moving average. The sellers defended the 200 in November. They did it in January, and now they've done it again. Gosh dang it again in June, the beginning of this month. So you're below 200. I don't see a structure really. I mean, unless you're talking about an M shape, you know, but that's like a bubble popping M shape. My problem is, like, I think levels, I don't know if I want anything to do with it. I don't even want to mess with it until you're back above like $2. There was no, I guess the MACD had some divergence. It's just not a really good looking chart anymore. Wedge set up a 786 retrace from COVID low to now. Weekly double bottom. Oh, well, I'm looking at the 4 hour, so maybe, yeah. Yeah, see, that's the problem, right? The zone here, it was okay, and then it failed. It's like, and this is just kind of, I guess, paying homage to the fact that they don't make money, ever. They always lose money. Yep, they're losers. They don't make money. So, yeah, I mean, below 155, 180, too, like, it's a big no for me, but I get it. You are at the basement, but the problem is the basement has stairs And your basement, you could be going down 53%. You could go down 72% from here, and it really wouldn't be a big deal. And those are levels. Those are swing lows down there. It's just kind of just brutal stuff, man. Not in a real good spot. I think there are countless assets we could see, we see out there that are better. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say there's not bullish divergence here from a low to the lower low with higher levels of RSI. I got that. Yeah, that's just pay attention to 155 to 189. That's your big one, because above that, forget about it. Your target's pretty much like $8 above. That's why it's like good to see a price get above a level and hold it as a back test, as support, instead of doing what it's doing now. Because yeah, you might miss out on some gains, man, playing the lotto, the casino, but getting above 181 and a holding, man, you got a lot stronger argument for it. Forget it doubling in price. I mean, it could go up 300% in value above 181 to $2. But below this level, there's always a chance it drops 50 to 70% from here just to test some key levels, because it broke the other ones. Mariana Trench, yeah, dude. All right, those were the only 3 requests. Thanks, Phone Guy, for joining the Discord. He joined Discord like as a member of like a Discord account today, so he's probably a scammer. So thanks for like almost pretty much no one joining Discord. It's whatever. It's okay, man. I'm just gonna live out my life. Whatever. I don't care. I love TA. You can stick around if you love TA too. Some do. All right, back to Bitcoin. I've been live now over an hour. If you're enjoying it, like button, bell, sub. Yeah, if you want. Here's your weekly. Great. Weekly's great on Bitcoin. The positive momentum is building again. Let's see if we can get some more than before. In the bullish control zone on the weekly RSI. That's nice. That's great. You're above 60. That's never something to just scoff at. Man, any day above 60 on the weekly RSI is great. Buyers trying to defend 30,000. A couple levels from 2021 that were valleys. I'm hoping today, since we have one big engulfing candle, and we've now just had 72 hours, 3 daily candles that are contained within the previous candle. All you got to do now, it can go down and come down a lot. As long as a pivot happens today and you engulf, if we get some sort of daily close above 30,720, we will have a rising 3 methods bullish continuation pattern. So I'm just hoping for that. Possibly setting up for it. We just need one more candle. Do that. Look at Bitcoin. Yeah, Bitcoin to Nvidia. All right, remember, the #1 performing asset in the world paired to the 2nd best performing asset in the world. Remember, it's a massive falling wedge. It's gorgeous, right? So you just got to. The problem is, you're below some key levels, but not by much. 1.53 billion. Like once you get back above this zone here, 2018, gotta wonder what this is gonna manifest into. If it's respected eventually, I don't know when it could be later this year, and it could be way lower. But if the TA is respected on something like this, eventually and you could only use your imagination on what Bitcoin's doing and what Nvidia is doing. It's pretty gorgeous. Down sloping price contraction. Falling wedge out the yin yang. Good Bitcoin dominant since we're kind of in this world. It's a work of art. I mean, it's at its highest levels in years. Like off accumulation, phase E. We're in it. And it's not surprising. Man, I'll tell you, just TA being respected. Spring, back tested spring, and then confirmation, 2 spring back tests, and then the classic accumulation, and then the run. It's a wild dude. So Ethereum to Bitcoin. Remember, like the idea was it was Wyckoff distribution, but it still is, man. That's another last point of supply. Very, very bad boys. Okay. Nothing changed. See what 5.5 million Satoshis. It's still phase D on this one. Phase E is when it sees the bottom again. It's gorgeous though, isn't it? Like people thought, yeah, there's a wedge or whatever. But everything else that is before it, I mean, it's a story being told. And that false bullish breakout of that supply line, just to confirm lower highs than the previous highs, is just screaming you're gonna see 5.5 million sats soon. It's just, it just a couple days ago, yesterday, made its lowest level since July of 2022. These are very telling things on Ethereum to Bitcoin. Yes, that means that Ethereum will underperform Bitcoin no matter what. Like if this is gonna play out, it just means like whether Bitcoin is exploding higher, Ethereum will be going higher with Bitcoin, but will be underperforming. Or Bitcoin dumps really hard, Ethereum loses even more percentage points in the same amount of time as Bitcoin. Or Bitcoin does nothing and then Ethereum loses value. I mean, there's multiple things that can happen. It doesn't tell us everything, but it does tell us there will be lack of performance on Ethereum to Bitcoin for a while. That again, that's the interpretation here. This is my idea, right? This could be completely wrong, but with Bitcoin dominance, I could have been completely wrong back in, September to November last year when we were spring back testing in my identification of Wyckoff accumulation, but it turned out to be very real. And so here we are with this not fully played out yet, not in phase E, more downside. Yeah, lights up. Thanks for watching, man. I know you watch this stream, man. You're in here, you're in chat, you engage, you're a good viewer, man. Good talker, good texter, typer, whatever. All right. Oh, Adam. Well, Adam was perfect. Adam was a work of art in ways where the descending triangle broke, and within less than a week, a 100% measured move of that bearish consolidation structure was achieved. But it just so happens at that measured move level, you were at a point where it was real.
DJI/Aaron shows relation between the Dow and homeowners' equity. Need monthly DA. Looks like it spots inflection points over time.
That's cool, Rep. Yeah, sure, we'll look at that. Thank you, man. That's a cool request. No one's ever done that before. We will look right after this. So, right, that level from June 2019, it was defended. There were shorts covering and limit buys set up there. So this is what can happen. And the rally so far has been terrible. It's been awful. I think it's the oscillators resetting. You had no bullish divergence, so there were no sellers exhausted after that dump. It was just it was overheated, right? 21.68 on the daily RSI. That has not happened since May of 2022. So over a year. So when you get down to nuclear levels like that, a reset can happen. Perfect level for a reset to happen of the oscillator. And so only a lower high getting put in. And of course, if you start rolling over now, bearish engulfing on the daily, and a shooting star candle yesterday. Shooting star confirmed with an engulfing, and shooting star confirmed with follow through the downside. That's a reversal candle. We'll see if it plays out. That's a green one. Green shooting star. Anyway. if you catch some more follow through, there's a high on price and there's a substantially lower high on price with higher levels on the MACD histogram, meaning what? Hidden bearish divergence, continuation to the downside implied. So this is so common. It happens every day across all markets. First time, no, that's how double bottoms always end up being like the safest bet for someone to go long, because when you get a second test and buyers actually defend it, that's when you end up getting classic bullish divergence on the second test, right? So what would happen? Say the hidden bearish divergence played out. Okay, all right, we're down here, and oh god, you know, the oscillator ends up doing something like this. And what is that? When you get down to the second test, oftentimes, and I'm not saying this is education, right? Doesn't say it's going to happen this time on this, but look, oftentimes you get something like that, and these are the combination of variables you're looking for, right? You're looking for bullish divergence at an inflection point on the second test. You get on the RSI. The RSI gets oversold as well, again, but barely. Right? It's just a little less oversold than the first time, and that's what dreams can be made of for more significant reversals. You just don't have that yet. You may never get it. I'm just telling you what you want to look for. So that's you playing the market. Anything else is the market playing you. Or you're just, oh, I'm just going to do what the market wants me to. Or you just wait for these things to develop on any chart, on any market, to increase your outcome probability. All right, let's go to that request real quick. It was the DJI 2. It's a lot of letters. Obviously, I've never been here before. This looks like the Dow Jones Industrial Period. Bearish divergence, just like the Dow, just like you cannot. I just don't care. I can't be feeling too great right now. You're at a resistance with a bearish edge. Buyer exhaustion applied. It is the Dow Jones chart virtually, man. I mean, it's just all about what levels, you know, do you like. There are a couple, man. Going back. So, right, the high, then the slightly higher high, lower levels. And you were saying homeowners equity. Monthly TA was asked, all right. Oh man. Don't really want to see a failure here. Hidden bearish divergence could end up becoming a thing. Yeah, you're in a really interesting spot here. I'll tell you that. You know, again, I don't think there's any action to take at all. But certainly you've been downtrending. You've been downtrending for years. It's a bear trend. You're in a decade, 11-year bear trend on DJI to homeowner equity. So the trend's your friend. There's a gap fill way up at 0.00. It's a whacked out chart, dude. Yeah, anyway, hard to, I don't know if this can actually give you a conclusion here about what's going on. It's just like the Dow Jones, buyer exhaustion.
Can you give your view on the GBP if you can, bro? Great stuff.
Yeah, what's up, AMQ? Thanks, dude. Yeah, we'll look at that next. The monthly wedge. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, 12-year downtrend or 11-year downtrend, but yeah, only higher highs, higher lows since late 80s. All right, so if we're looking at the monthly and I go all the way back, I'm going to regard these levels because that's actually really interesting, okay? Look at the low from 1949 and 1953. This is actually really cool here. I'm glad we did this because this is why it's important to scan all the way out, right? That's like a confirmation low off that level. That's your cutoff. If you fall below the 1949 low, we are screwed. It's over, dude. But buyers just defended it twice over the course of 3 years. So you're saying a wedge, though? I'm sure if I say a wedge.
Look up crypto GPT just BC 0.1990000 LTC.
How do I do that? Look up crypto GBT just BC just because. It's crypto GBT. Just type that in, the ticker. Wow, that's crazy. Still though pretty neutral, right? Lower highs but higher lows. So it's still, I would say, neutral. It's kind of more like symmetrical triangle, which doesn't really help. I mean, again, that means flip your coin. But yeah, since the 80s, it's been all right. Like that, maybe. Kind of like that. That's your cutoff. I don't know, man. If you're in Miami, it's a good time to own real estate. Dude, the amount of money they're spending, dude. The devaluation of the United States dollars will continue, and it will probably only get worse. I mean, they just green lighted. I don't think you understand why the equities went berserk. It was a white swan or a black swan for U.S. purchasing power, U.S. dollar purchasing power. That's why equities just launched into space on that surprise, unlimited spending. So if you live in a good real estate market, it's about to get a lot better. Yeah, what I love about this on the daily for this, we didn't really look at it. That's a bullish shark completed with a type 2 return, sir. X, A, B, C, D.
Hope you're
type
well,
1,
man.
Type 2.
DPZ weekly, please.
So, G-Dog, man. Hey, thanks for re-upping it. I think you saw it earlier. But, yeah, we'll look at Domino's Pizza. That the buyers defended. They defended the level. We'll look. Okay. Great Britain pound. The Japanese yen. Sweat down and up. Pretty wild, dude. Pretty uptrendy, huh? And a markup for sure. 886 is upon us. 786, 886. A breakout has occurred. Yeah, this is a very real level. Look, sir. AMQ, do you see right here? 2002, 2003. That's it. 180. That's the level. You've broken that. Broke it a few days ago. Even kind of back tested it. My issue is like you're in an impulse, right? And the swing trader, position trader, he ends up winning big on the tail end of the consolidation phase, right? There are only two phases really. There's the impulse phase, the consolidation phase. Impulse phase, there's really nothing to do but to count your tendies. You're in a position on the way up, or if it's an impulse against your trade, you've already been stopped out with minimal losses, right? Something like this is take profits. Even on the breakout, it's just really tough here. The only thing to do, because look, right, if you're going to talk about or think about going short on anything, you got to have those same variables. So you always want to have a confirmation high on that second high. You want to have bearish divergence, M-shape completed. It looks like it's a crab pattern near the pattern completion zone, just sticking out immediately. The wave structure. Mother of God, it's at the PC, at the pattern. Wow, dude, that is beautiful. You're at it. Okay, this is Scott Carney pattern. This is it. This is where the reaction, you should see a reaction soon. If it's real, okay? So this is a level where if one was in, they would be taking profits and they'd be waiting for a pullback. Forget the breakout. The breakout's just, okay, breakouts happen all the time and they fail. I'm just not really too convinced. This is a very traditional market. And most of the time, things don't do untraditional bull crap on these markets like commodities and, you know, Forex. $2 trillion a day, man, exchanged, very liquid. So I would, if anything, a pullback, like a 50% pullback before going higher. But that's such a nice extended run from since the banking crisis in mid-March to now. But yeah, it's been on a crazy tear, certainly. And I'm not even saying it's over for the trend. I'm just saying a pullback within the trend it seems like this is an appropriate level of 618. Here you go, AMQ. Right, again, unless it has all the, so if you wanted to, I mean, and it's really tough here because the trend is bullish. So even if it does pull back and it comes up and it type 2s, great short trade setup idea, but unless the whole trend is reversing, it would underperform, pivot, and then run again later. So I mean, just to short a trend so strong like this isn't really good. Thanks, man. Crypto GBT. Oh, it's just the crypto on Poloniex, Uniswap. Which exchange did? Which one? GPT. Yeah, but is it okay? Oh man, down 13.7% today, and it's a joke. It's unchartable. You can't really do TA on it. Hey, all-time lows though. Nice. This is what you wanted, dude. Joseph, is this what you wanted? Correct, Jay. You're late. It's all right though. Bitcoin buyers defended $30,000. Somewhat, it is a level of inflection that cannot be denied. There have been 2 times in history where buyers defended that level and a massive rally ensued off of it in 2021. I'm waiting. Joseph, sir, is this what you really want me to look at? It's just you and me here. We're the only ones. You're the only one chatting, and me, you, AMQ, and Mark. That's it. Joseph, where did you go, dude? There's nothing to do. If this is really what you wanted, garbage, trash. I can't look at it anymore. I don't know what to do. Like there's just, it's at all-time lows. All right, man. I really do appreciate the contribution. Please don't think I don't. I do. I'm extremely grateful, but
Chat, we looked at BTC/Nvidia. Check out BTC/NDQ. Weekly looks request is for chat to look at before best time.
Is that a joke?
okay. What's up, Elliot? Thanks, dude. Yes, Litecoin would be nice. Litecoin. This was never nice. Please understand, this was a scam. This was a pump and dump. The only reason this thing exists is because someone was like, hey man, everyone else is getting rich at scamming people by creating scams, so let's do it too. And hey, GBT, AI, really stupid people will buy this trash because they're stupid. So we can prey on stupid people. That's what they're doing. And that fateful day in March, it was over. It was done. It was already done. That was the one day they did it, and it's done. So if you want to own a scam, you can, but this is a very real scam. Like, you would never own this if you were smart. Only if you're stupid. That's it. Thank you for the contribution. All right. So, look at this. Pretty interesting chart here from Elliot. Super friend of the community. It's brilliant. This is a brilliant chart, chat. I'm glad you brought it up because this is unbelievable. This is like psycho insane, actionable. You know, you're off the lowest entry at 32 million. But please understand what's happening here. Elliott clearly invested in himself. He understands. He knows what spring back tests can manifest into. He's inverse PTSD. He's probably seen so many spring back tests that have violently played out to ungodly levels that he is dreaming about them. Always looking for the spring back test, man. That's the wombo combo, dude. One time no knows, second time everyone and their mother knows the Bitcoin's about to outperform the living crap out of the NASDAQ. That's what that means. Above the 200-day moving average. I bet we had a golden cross already, right? And we had a golden cross into a death cross, but okay, lagging indicator. So the target here on Bitcoin to the NASDAQ, meaning it's about to outperform like crazy. You have a 52 million target. So there's a lot of upside still. You got about, from where you are now, there's about 30% upside. Yep, that's it. Incredible. Quasimodo
I was looking at the
at
J Bauer coin. Thanks for the call out on Lucid last week.
Is that a joint?
Stray, what's up, dude? Thank you, man. J Bauer, Coin Connect. A lot of words. Stray. Straying me along. I don't know. Beautiful, dude. 30% upside. I believe it with where the charts are, with where the NASDAQ's been, where it's gone the past 6 months. It's insane. Oh, State of Trance joined the Discord. Nice. I used to listen to State of Trance back in college, man, all the time. Armin van Buren and all them. Yeah. Dang, man. Spring back test. Twice. This was so good, man. Powerful. All right. That wasn't really a request, but that was the last one. Oh, no. Sorry. I missed G-Dogs. Pizza on the mind. They're trying to ban pizza, dude. Oh, man. It's multiple things. Dude, it's like TA respect everywhere, up and down, right? Where kind of disrespected a level, $300 is everything here, okay? It's everything. I don't know, man. Like 294 to 300. It's just a multitude of levels. You see different peaks over here. It's pretty wide. But it was all defended. But after the defense, a gap up, dividend day, the sad reality of the ugliest shooting star ever, right? A shooting star that developed, failed to break the 200-day moving average, failed to break the supply line that goes all the way back, man, to July last year. This is so real, isn't it? And it just rolled over since then. A gap fill, 305. But here's the thing. What we would want to see here. I get it. You probably requested it because today was a piercing line. Yeah, it was a piercing line reversal, Larry. Of course. More controversy, but below 320. The most incredible thing that we could ever dream of, and may never get probably because it's bull crap, right? But look, if we were blessed enough by God himself, there would be, you may not be blessed, but if we are blessed, what we're looking for is a level from 2022 to be formally back tested. And what would happen? It would give us our first higher low in a very, very long time. And the higher low represents accumulation, but if we get that higher low at a strategic level, it could be actionable for a long. And at that time, there might be hidden bullish divergence on the higher low. There's opportunity here eventually. If we're lucky, this is one to pay attention to. That's what we want. It would fill the gap. Make perfect sense to come down here and do this. If it doesn't happen, who cares? We move on with our day. But if it does happen, sweet mother of God, A legendary trade setup. For what? After that spring back test, normal it'll happen. None. So just pay attention to the pizza. Joseph, it's okay, man. Remember, okay, so in here, like there's a real big like advantage to watching this stream over a long period of time. You actually learn how to read charts for real. These are not just green and red candles. This represents buyers and sellers, the psychology of buyers and sellers, lows and highs. And there are things you can identify that give you an edge, where it's not a coin flip. It's marginally greater than a coin flip chance of a particular outcome. So something like this happening on DPZ would be one of the most powerful indicators ever. A spring, an asset falls below key level, but then there's no follow through, and the breakdown really accelerates. Nope, there's just no price act. The buyers come right back in and reject the bearish breakdown. You saw that. But after that, you know, a sell-off occurs, and then just what was once a support then gets reconfirmed as support again. And when that happens and there's actual follow through, you can get magical outcomes, insane markups in price. Just like though, if you flipped it, same thing. A formal bearish back test, reconfirming what was once resistance is resistance again, and a gap fill, collapse. All right. Anyway, so there's a lot more to it than that. But dudes, if you learn this stuff, you would never request that to begin with. You'd look at it and laugh and be like, this is a scam, utter scam, joke. Save them, Terra Luna, all of them, loser, scams. Betas. SBF. My God, who would ever look up to that beta cuck? Oh my God. Fat, overweight, gross. Nah, dude. Anyway, screw those people, man. Those are awful. Be an alpha, Chad, TA respecter. Trade with a probability outcome, right? Don't be a loser. Okay. So I guess we'll end it on that. It was a good stream, you know, just chill, whatever, everyday type stream. Go back to Bitcoin. Oh God. Webcam again. I don't know, man. I don't know how to fix it. Let's try this, man. All right. So, yep. I'm so smug for trash talking absolute confirmed scam artists that have hurt more people than I could ever dream of if I even wanted to. But I have morals and ethics. I'm the absolute inverse of those people. My God. So call me smug all day. Call me any word you want to call me, dude. But one thing you can't call me is a scammer who took money from a scam. So thanks for tuning in. Bitcoin holding above 30K. Very good. I'll just be back. Until next time. Respect the TA.
I was looking at the Devour coin. Thanks for the call out on Moose's last week.